Pachter, Assistant Principal of Shortridge High School, and it is my honor to welcome you to the class of 2019's graduation ceremony. Thank you to this year's valedictorian, Lucy Pickett, and salutatorian, Finn Cannon, for leading our processional. A special thank you to IB Diploma Coordinator Mel Coriel for leading our processional and carrying the mace. I kindly request that you please remain standing for the presentation of the colors presented by the Shortridge High School JROTC program. Mason, JROTC cadet and member of the class of 2020, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Will you make me sing the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are joined by the Shortridge High School Choir, conducted by Ms. Daria Weingartner, for the singing of the National Anthem. Please remain standing for the National Anthem. Graduates in regalia, you do not need to remove your mortarboards.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early rise what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Color guard, please post the colors.
Gary, colors. Ready, face.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you to the Shortridge High School JROTC program for serving as our color guard this afternoon. It is my honor and privilege to proclaim the opening of the 119th Shortridge High School commencement ceremony. Thank you to our families, friends, faculty, staff, honored guests, and you, the graduates celebrating today. Welcome to the Shortridge High School commencement of 2019. I would like to invite to the podium Mary Gardner, English teacher, who will introduce our student speaker for this afternoon.
I am so honored to have been chosen by the class of 2019 to speak today and to introduce our student speaker. Whether I started with them as freshmen 4 years ago, moved through IB with them as sophomores and juniors, or taught them for the first time this year, the class of 2019 is very special to me. And I feel honored to have been chosen or to have been their teacher. The thing I appreciate the most about this class is the fact that you've been resilient. Life threw you a lot of punches in the last couple of years, whether there's a school change or a challenging program, and you guys didn't quit. You may have wanted to, but you didn't. You stayed true to the journey. When, as a faculty, we look at the class of 2019, we see a group of students that worked hard for the title of scholar. We see young adults who didn't quit on the journey, even when it didn't always flow like you thought it should. You stuck around, you made mistakes, you fixed them, and you grew. You always came back to the path. I hope you're proud of that. You have grown academically, but you've also grown as people. And if I can speak for your other teachers and administrators for a moment, I would say that I am most proud of that. Class of 2019, you have matured and grown into strong, capable, questioning, caring humans who I look forward to sharing the world, if not quite the road, with. As you move into the next phase of your life, you've been a tremendous amount of fun, and we've shared something special here. Our student speaker embodies many of the characteristics we've grown to expect from our students here at Shortridge High School. The thing I kept hearing over and over from her other teachers was how impressed they are with the fact that she is so motivated to educate others, to inject cultural awareness in any group she's a part of, and to be a positive force for change in our school community. In class, she's often the mediator, working to bring ideas from different sides together, looking for the common ground and doing it in a calm yet firm way. She is fearless in her pursuit of what she thinks is right. We've seen that in her coursework, and her classmates have come to appreciate her for her strength, knowledge, advocacy, and resilience. She's unapologetically confident in herself and her voice, and I love that she has worked with her classmates to prove that there is more than enough space for other voices in the narrative. She has worked her way through the International Baccalaureate, determined to use the journey as an opportunity to spread her message and her wings, and I wish her the very best of luck. That being said, please join me in welcoming Ghana Weiss to the podium.
How's everyone doing today? My name is Ms. Ghana Weiss. I'm so very honored to be the class of 2019 student speaker for our commencement ceremony this afternoon. First, I would like to thank the entire faculty here at Shortridge High School for nominating me to speak today. In particular, I would like to thank Ms. Patrick, Mr. Speckman, Ms. Coriel, Mr. Todd, Ms. Smith, Ms. Bielefeld, Ms. Ryberg, Mr. Denny, Ms. Pierre, and Mr. Just for all the constant wisdom and encouragement you have all provided me with during my 4 years here at Shortridge. Secondly, I would like to also thank my classmates and express how I am honored to speak on behalf of you all. I would also like to thank my best friends, Victoria, Jayla, Keyshawn, Tatiana. You guys have made my experience here at high school so much better, and I'm so happy I met you all. and many others. Lastly, I want to thank my family of 10, everybody that's put so much energy and love into me throughout my whole life, and especially my high school experience, and just all the love and support you all provide me with every day. My junior year, the concept of being average and not great was a constant thought of mine that culminated into a throbbing theme in my head. I'm not your typical class speaker. When you think of a class speaker, you envision a 4.0 GPA student, class president, who's led numerous after-school clubs, pretty much knows everyone in the entire school, and makes close to no mistakes. Well, I'm sorry to announce that I do not follow nor fit those descriptions. I do not have a 4.0 GPA. I think I'm right around like the 3.6 mark if I remember. And I am not our class president, that would be Madeline Anderson. I would not say I'm a part of many clubs, but I'm a president of one, which is our very own Black Student Union here at Shortridge High School. And I certainly I do not know everyone in our school. Lastly, I make tons of mistakes on a daily basis, and I'm probably going to make many mistakes during this speech. I'm an average girl. To give a little context on myself, I would first like to explain my full name. It's pretty long. It is a great name for an average me to live up to. My full name is actually Ajua Onyameche Mesgana Cynthia Sheila Weiss. Ajua is a West African Akan name, which is in accordance to the days of the week. So Ajua means Monday born daughter. Onyameche is a spiritual name that was given to me at birth. It means God's gift. It's Akan too. Mesgana is an Ethiopian and Amharic name, which means blessing. Cynthia and Sheila are both names of family members who passed long before I was born. Cynthia was my father's grandmother that raised him. She was a community activist. Sheila was my mom's cousin that she really looked up to. She had an inquiring mind and she loved basketball. And there's my Somalian last name, Weiss, which was originally spelled O-U-A-I-S-S-E apostrophe, which was then changed from this to W-A-I-S-S when my great-grandfather migrated from East Africa in the 1940s. My aunt is here today. She traveled from North Carolina. That's the side of the family she comes from. What if I told you that it takes extraordinary work to be average, and that it takes an above-average person to do above-average things? Look around. How many people in this auditorium would say they're average? You live a pretty okay life. Schoolwork is comfortable. Your home situation is livable, and the social life you've built for yourself is bearable. Average, right? But what if I told you your average is far different than someone else's? Like a mother living in India under a caste system cleaning sewage from public toilets trying to provide for her family. Sending her children to school is a goal but cannot be a main priority. And in our case, we live in America where most states offer and have made public school accessible. Okay, regarding perspective, averageness should be seen at different levels. Average versus great. Are you starting to get my thing? Allow me to paint another picture for you of an average person doing above average things, maybe even great things. I know a man that was born in 1931 to a single teenage mother. He came from a family of sharecroppers in the Jim Crow southern state of Mississippi. For those who do not know what sharecropping is, it's working the land of old slave plantations. Half of the profit went to the landowner, while the rest went toward the landowners as well, for rent. Jim Crow was the established system of disenfranchisement of Black people enforced by the government. This average man, as a child, was raised by his aunt and uncle, who attained only second and third grade education, whose grandparents were slaves. Elementary school is where he found himself walking 3 miles to and from school. Around the age of 10, he and his cousins were obligated to pick cotton in the muggy Mississippi heat under the blazing hot summer sun to help his family. See, towards the end of each school year, he and other Black children would be let out of school early to go pick cotton. After graduating high school, his first job was working sun up to sundown, driving a tractor for a meager $2 a day on hundreds of acres of land. These were great circumstances for anyone. So when his older cousin came home to visit this average young man, he decided to migrate up north. He left to embark on a journey that would change his life and future legacy for the better. Oh yeah, his first job up north paid $2 an hour. Eventually got a better paying factory job with benefits, got married, had 3 children, retired with a pension, and went on to live his best life. There were still great obstacles that he encountered, like divorce and single parenthood in the late 70s, where he went on to raise those 3 children while still having an 8-hour factory shift and a side job. Though never given the opportunity to attend college himself, he knew the importance of education. So he chose to pay for his children and grandchildren's college attendance, and eventually helping his youngest daughter, who became a widow at 30 with 3 babies. He was that average person having done above average things. I come from his lineage, and I'm the eldest of those 3 babies. On August 3rd, 2015, my freshman year, I walked into this building, a 5'2", 13-year-old weighing a whopping 98 pounds, looking for a new space where I would develop my teenage self. Also, I was a little scared because I had never switched classes before, so I was a little nervous about that as well. I made an effort to participate in play sports and after-school activities, from volleyball to cheerleading, basketball, rugby, to student council and Black Student Union. And as an average person doing above average things. Upon my arrival and pursuing these sports, I did not excel in the beginning like I would have wanted. I felt like people weren't interested in acknowledging my hard work. And though during my freshman year, the decision to join the teams were to build friendships and find a sense of belonging because of how shy and awkward I was. Side note, awkward describes me perfectly. I mean, if you look it up in the dictionary, my face should be there. So what I just described to you would be a pretty average individual, or in this case, a quirky freshman girl. The spectrum for greatness is broad and vast. And as people in this world, we're supposed to fall on either extreme ends. You either are good at something where everyone notices, or you're completely bad at something and everyone notices. Where is the gray area for those who do not necessarily fit in either end? Those who aren't the best at something but not the worst. They are almost like the middle child of the family, and in this case, our society. These types of people many times identify and associate their life's performances with mediocrity and or averageness. And as I briefly mentioned before, I was one of these individuals. I felt like my good was never good enough. My weaknesses a lot of times outweighed my strengths. And at one point, I thought I did not possess any talents or gifts. It takes an average person to do above average things, right? So in fact, I was putting in the work, I just wasn't seeing the results I wanted. So then I had to ask the question, do we choose to walk in greatness for special recognition or personal satisfaction? Validation is a big part of our society. Around the midpoint of my junior year, after being frustrated, I started to see the change. I was being asked to attend academic achievement programs, and even our athletic director, Mr. Holjak, was nominated me for a sports leadership scholarship. And as I look around at my friends and others, I saw them becoming aware of their gifts as well. Many of my friends and classmates, as you see, are talented in all areas from music and art and sports to robotics or just hair and beauty or just plain assertive leadership qualities. We want people to notice when we're working hard. We want people to see the improvement from season to season. Give average people their roses for the greatness they have done so they can smell them. So Papa, your roses, I would not be here if it was not for you. Also, I want to give my roses to my stepdad. He's been a really big figure in my life. And for my classmates, we're all on similar paths, but we did not share all the same experience getting to this point. Here are your roses for playing those high school sports when you had no family in the stands. Here are your roses for not letting the memories of your mother being beaten or you being beaten get in the way. Here are your roses for all the hard, long hours you spent and working to feed your siblings and pay the bills at home. Here are your roses for being at schools on days where you had nowhere to sleep at night. Here are the roses for not letting the lingering effects of drug-addicted parents or your own addiction stop you. Here are your roses for not letting sickness or illness keep you from being here today. Here are your roses for not letting childhood molestation or rape stop you. Here are your roses for being here today as a teenage parent because you know what's important. Here are your roses when you lost one or both of your parents and that have died and you continue. I can stand here and say this because I dealt with some of this. I give you your roses for the greatness you have done. We are all heading in the right direction by receiving our high school diplomas this afternoon. In closing, I want to remind my class, the class of 2019, of the great Frederick Douglass. He once said, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. And as we start the new chapter of life, called adulthood, we must remember that we, us, average people have, can, and will do above average things, which we will call greatness. Thank you.
At this time, the Michelle Sanchez Rosas will introduce our faculty speaker. Please welcome Ms. Sanchez Rosas to the podium.
Hi, hello. I hope everyone's having a great afternoon. Good afternoon, Shortridge family. My name is Michelle Sanchez. I am a senior here at Shortridge High School. I am honored to be here talking to all of you, my scholars, my companions, my family, my mentors. At the beginning of the year, I have to admit, being a senior at a new school wasn't, I guess, ideal for my situation. In less than a semester, it felt like I was fitting in just fine. The teachers at the school definitely go out of their way on a daily basis to help students feel more confident, comfortable, and empowered in their environment. Knowing what I know now, if I had a chance to change, to go back to the school I came from, I would not change my decision. I would choose to stay at Shortridge. This academic year, I've met many amazing people, ones who have really impacted my life in such a positive and influential way. I am very grateful to have been welcomed to this school and to this community with amazing people like yourselves. And I have encountered many amazing opportunities and developed amazing leadership skills. And I've grown as a person, thanks to you guys. What really makes Shortridge unique from other schools are the relationships created here among our community. The amount of work that our administrators do for us, young, inspiring people. This is what sets this school apart from others. This year, I have the honor of introducing a very impactful instructor, one who is among these motivated teachers. He graduated from Indiana University with a Bachelor of Arts, then proceeded his education and attended IUPUI, graduating with a Master's in Music Technology, which shortly led him to where he is now, to be an educator here at Shortridge High School. He has performed, produced, engineered for many artists and enjoys playing sports such as basketball and baseball. His favorite memory at Shortridge includes a week, which was orientation week, because he says that he saw this as an opportunity to create bonding between students and faculty. Making them feel welcomed was his goal. Majority of his mentees described him as an inspirational teacher who encourages students to be prosperous. He teaches sound engineering, music business, and music production, and many of his class describe him as an easygoing man who allows his students to do collaborative work in the classroom. He typically plays a faint hint of music in the background. Many would describe this as gospel music. And what makes him different from most teachers from previous schools is that his students do not feel like they're doing purposeless work. This educator is one who enjoys laughter and making connections with the scholars. Because of this, he is able to guide them to make better choices. Please join me in welcoming our faculty speaker, Mr. Terrence Lee.
Good afternoon to the parents, faculty, administrators, and to none other than our prestigious graduating class of 2019. It is the greatest honor bestowed upon any teacher to deliver the faculty address, and I must say, I am very grateful and very honored you guys chose me. I mean that. Over the years, whether I taught you at Broad Ripple or here at Shortridge, whether I had to catch you in the hallway skipping, or any other interaction we've made, I must say each and every one of you have made and touched my life in some shape, form, or fashion. It's no secret, I started my high school teaching career at Broad Ripple prior to its closing. Students that attended Broad Ripple during that time were the very reasons I found my purpose as a high school teacher, and I thank you guys for that. Then I arrived here at Shortridge. Honestly, I would have never thought study hall would be some of the most impactful, relationship building, and positive moments and conversations I've ever had in my life. You all embraced me with so much love and acceptance. I'm so thankful for that as well. This year, wow, this went by really, really fast. Don't y'all think? Real fast. I feel like we just had a community open house like last week. It's like literally unbelievable. Real quick though, graduates, who all have their phones on? John Porcelain, right? Pull out your phone real quick. Yeah, somebody already yells, their phone already out. With the person to your immediate left, that would be this way. You should know that. Real quick, take a selfie with it. Just do it. Don't worry about what you look like, just do it. All right, you should be done. That's supposed to be fast with this kind of stuff. Now do it with the person to the right. Do the same thing. If you ain't got a person to the right, improvise. Now, last but not least, take a picture of yourself. What you have just captured was a moment to be cherished, a moment of celebration. You guys are graduating, but also a moment that will soon be tomorrow's memory. This will be the last event that you will sit in these seats in this auditorium as a student of Shortridge High School. I don't know if that's good or bad. What I find so amazing about this moment is that so much from this moment will change. I remember back when I graduated, so much has changed since then. In fact, taking a selfie, wearing skinny jeans, or social media, like Instagram wasn't even thought of. Like Snap was literally an action, not an app. Can y'all do me a favor to Snap real quick? So y'all follow me. That's how you follow me on Snap. But can you imagine that? Not knowing what a selfie is. Kind of telling my age here, but it's what it's on. The school year has been a lot of things. Challenging, frustrating at times, rewarding, happy, sad, scary, encouraging, hard, tough, awesome, and the list can go on and on and on. But one particular word that stood out more than any other word to me was change. Let's talk about change. Miss Corey visited me in one of our famous study halls one day, and she said, "Have you thought about what you're going to talk about?" Of course, I rambled in uncertainty. There can be, I didn't have anything. And she said, "What about something along the basis of change? Don't you think?" And as I began to reflect on the word change, so much instantly came to me. I began to realize how powerful and inevitable this word is. Change happens whether we want it to or not. We all know that. Together, we have faced a lot of change this school year. Some of y'all have changed features, gotten taller, voice got a little deeper, more mature, more makeup, and if that hasn't happened yet, you at least changed classrooms, right? Come on, some kind of change. Even as a community and school district, we have recently experienced quite the change together. We learned of school closings and schools mergers last year, and I'm willing to bet it made some of us uncomfortable. Oh, I was losing it. I was, whoa. Seriously. Questions navigated throughout all of our minds like, what in the world is about to happen? You all probably thought, man, my senior year is ruined, or instant attitudes of rivalry sunk in. Teachers probably wondered, what are these kids going to be like? Other teachers, do I have a job? And so on and so on. But guess what? We're all sitting here because together we all did it. Did what, Mr. Denny? We acknowledged the change, we embraced the change, and we adapted to the change. As a result, we conquered this change. And I have no doubt in my mind, graduates, that every time change happens from this point on in your life, you will conquer it over and over again. I want you to all remember those three things: acknowledge, embrace, and adapt. Say it with me: acknowledge, embrace, and adapt. As you enter this new journey, your new lifestyle of higher education or adulthood and professionalism, you're going to experience change quite a bit. You'll change your mind, you'll change some of your friends, you'll change your goals. In college, you'll change your majors, and hopefully some of y'all change your underwear. But I wanted to leave you with a few more things to change if needed. Change your fear to faith. Change your negativity to positivity. You might want to listen to this one. Change your password every 3 months. Hackers and ex-girlfriends or ex-boyfriends, this is a real thing. Change your bad habits to good habits. Change the things you regret into life lessons. And make sure, all in all, you change for the better. You are the change you seek. See, change isn't so bad after all. Why? Because it's you. On behalf of the Shortridge faculty and staff, we are extremely proud of each and every one of you, and we wish you nothing but the absolute best of success. God bless you all.
Thank you, Terrence. I speak for the Shortridge community by saying thank you for your commitment and service to the class of 2019. Please welcome to the podium our MYP coordinator, Mr. Garrett Merle, who will introduce this afternoon's keynote speaker. Afternoon. Today I have the honor of introducing our commencement speaker, Ms. Angela Smith-Jones. In January of 2016, Angela Smith-Jones was sworn in as Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogshead's first Deputy Mayor for Economic Development. Ms. Smith-Jones oversees Develop Indy, the city's economic development organization, and Employ Indy, the city's workforce improvement board. She's instrumental in developing a strong workforce pipeline for the city. Prior to assuming the role of Deputy Mayor, Smith-Jones served as General Counsel and Director of Policy and Legislative Affairs with the Indy Chamber, where she advocated for both state and local legislative bodies on issues impacting the business community. In that capacity, she advocated for immigration and non-discrimination policies, supporting Indigo's rapid transit referendum, and championing the expansion of early childhood education funding. Named a Woman of Influence by the Indianapolis Business Journal in 2017 for her outstanding leadership in Central Indiana, Angela Smith-Jones is a native of Indianapolis and a graduate of DePaul University College of Law in Chicago, Illinois, and Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. We are proud she represents our city. Please welcome our 2019 commencement speaker, Ms. Angela Smith-Jones.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I know you guys are stoked, and you should be. Thank you so much for the introduction. Thank you, Principal O'Day, Board of Commissioner members, faculty and staff. If there are any elected or appointed officials, I'm sorry I can't see you, but thank you for being here and celebrating these young graduates. And to you, amazing graduates, I'm excited to celebrate you. Yes, I see you clapping, that's fine. You owe yourself an applause. You guys are real overcomers. I've been listening, and so I'm glad that you were brave enough to clap because you absolutely deserve it. I'm excited and honored to share a little bit of hopefully wisdom and insight on what's to lie ahead for you. So I'm going to put on these are actually just cute glasses, they're not readers. I'm only like 32, just kidding. Plus a couple of years for decades. Anyway, I'm a little shorter than that. So, you guys, this is a pivotal time for you. We heard from your class speaker and your teachers. You're going on to do something magnificent and great. And I want to share just a couple of concepts with you. We're going to talk a little bit about innovate. We're going to talk about inclusion. We're going to talk about inspire. And really all of those are kind of based on where you sit today. So I'm going to give you just a quick history lesson. You have to realize that you are graduates of one of the most powerful high school institutions in the city of Indianapolis, in the state of Indiana. I'm sure you've had history about American history and world history, but if you haven't Googled lately or looked up powerful or famous graduates of Shortridge High School, you should take that opportunity. I actually get the privilege and the opportunity to work with some of your magnificent colleagues and peers because you are graduates and they are too. And the graduates of Shortridge High School have helped to build Indianapolis to be the amazing world center of growth, innovation, business development, entrepreneurship, business environment, everything that is positive that you think of our city. Really, I bet a Shortridge High School graduate was key and instrumental in making that happen. So I want to inspire you to stand upon your legacy of greatness and knowing from where you come is a long history of powerful people who have made a decision to act, who have made a decision to be inspired by those who have gone before, and they've made a decision to help inspire others going forward. So that's you. That's your legacy. You've already been overcoming because you're done with high school, you're moving on. Whether you're going to workforce, the military, college, wherever you're headed in your next level of your journey, you are the person to help inspire someone about their greatness and also look for inspiration. You know what that means, look for inspiration? That's that little stuff that people run by. Seriously, when people say, smell the roses, and some of you are thinking, well, first of all, I don't like what a rose smells like, or what is a rose, because I'm not a horticulturist, whatever. But it means take the time to be appreciative of the little things. Take your time and be inspired by something small, like a rose, or an ant, or a rainbow, or a rainstorm. One of your magnificent teachers, I said professors, because that's for some of you. But take the opportunity, your baby sister, baby brother, your cousin, somebody has actually inspired you. And so you take that same seed that was planted in you, be thankful for it, and then you again plant a seed of inspiration in somebody else. Okay, reader's time. Innovate. So we already talked about inspiration, innovate. If you're not already registered to vote, do so, because a part of innovating is being able to have a seat at the table, whichever table that you're invited to sit. That's why you want to vote. Some of what's going on nationally or internationally may have a little bit of consternation for some of us, but guess what that means? You have the opportunity to be creative, innovative, creative, sit at a table and share some opportunities of change and growth and development, whether it's social, whether it's economic, whether it's emotional or mental, spiritual, physical. You will be able to help people see how change in this world that's coming, good, bad, or ugly, you can inspire which direction we're going. It takes innovation. Is we were what, Snapchat? Okay, so I'm going to do something really old school. Who knows what this means? See, you guys are all in electric cars. Thank you. That's old school. Roll down your window. So snap, roll down the window. But that's the whole point. Somebody thought of Snapchat. Somebody thought of doing this sign. I don't like that. That's too much work. I'm going to push a button and roll down the window. That's all innovation. So I want you to take a look at your life where it is now, what it is you're like, I would like to change X, whatever X is, and then take that opportunity to spark that change. So whether it's an app, whether it's a car window, hair care products, whatever it is, that you are inspired. Music, oh my gosh, that's the connector of the world. But that's something that you will have the opportunity to be creative wherever you are and make a change and an impact. And we depend upon you. As he said, I'm the Deputy Mayor of Economic Development. What matters to companies? You. You right there, you right there, you over there, your talent, your creativity, your inspiration, because you help make the world go round. So you gotta get on board and be ready to go and create and help inspire those of us here. The last message, this one's my favorite, is include. As you are moving through life, there are going to be times that you are invited to sit at some table, a dinner table, a corporate table, an arts and culture table, a outdoor adventure table. It doesn't matter where you're invited. But first, say yes to the invitation, and then include somebody else who's not exactly like you. So often, tables have been created where people who are invited to sit are all exactly the same. And I mean exactly. Age, height, weight, socioeconomic, gender, race, whatever it is. So you know somebody who's different than you. I see your class. You're beautiful. You're all so different. Clothing, your hair, your ethnicity, maybe home and original languages, but you bring somebody who's not exactly like you to the table. And that helps for more creativity and more inspiration everywhere we go. Nobody likes to be someplace where like, well, I wish I could have been at that table. Well, now when you're invited, you bring your best friend. And then you bring, that best friend brings somebody else. It is all about all of us having an opportunity to be at the table. Experience and exposure is so real and it goes so far. And so by you bringing somebody along with you, you're going to help really trigger a magnificent wave of inspiration around our city, our state, and really our world. Because some of you are going to light the world on fire. So, with that, I know some of you are anxious to run up here and get your diplomas. So I am going to slide to the left and let you guys be honored in every way that you deserve. A huge congratulations to you. And I will turn it over to, oh my gosh, who's next? Oh, is it you? Okay. I'm going to stay here for a few minutes. Okay.
Please join me in welcoming the principal of Shortridge High School, Mr. Shane O'Day.
A school is built upon traditions, the history, culture, and values of a place and time. As the oldest public high school in the state of Indiana, our school was charged with a specific mission: quality education for all. This afternoon marks the 119th commencement exercises for Shortridge High School. We continue the tradition by recognizing outstanding graduates in the areas of athletics, service, and scholarship. At this time, I'd like to ask Craig Kolchak, Athletic Director, to join me. Athletics is a core element of any outstanding educational program. While textbooks, lab equipment, and essays are the most common symbols of academics, so too are courts, fields, and tracks. The diligence required to do well in sports is the same diligence required to do well in the classroom. Perseverance, anticipation, communication, dedication, teamwork, fair play, and collegiality are all found in today's classrooms, athletic fields, and workspaces. This afternoon, we recognize two outstanding scholar athletes who share a common bond in both academics and athletics. Their GPAs are both above a 3.25, and both were engaged in several sports throughout their high school career. For her, she participated in volleyball and tennis. He played football, track and field, and basketball. Both scholars volunteered their time in the community with countless hours, and both are recognized as leaders in the classroom. Both were recognized for their team support, and they've defined the true meaning of a scholar athlete. Congratulations to our outstanding female and male athletes for the class of 2019, Casey Allison and Eric Michael. 2019 female, Casey Allison. 2019 male athlete, Eric Michael Powell. Again, congratulations, Casey and Eric Michael. I would like to invite Mel Coriel to join me. In terms of service, many institutions value the number of service hours or the length of a service project. Others value service in regards to the impact or outcomes achieved. At Shortridge High School, our award is focused on ethics and is inscribed as the Service and Ethos Award. The class of 2019 has shown a dedication to the broader community of Indianapolis, gave loud voice to the issues of inclusion for people of all abilities, took a stand for equal rights for all, regardless of gender, race, or sexual orientation. And their lives were intertwined and showed love and support for one another. One individual stood out among their peers. This afternoon's recipient approaches other people with empathy and curiosity and seeks to learn and grow as much as to help. This student has dedicated much of her high school work to service both within and outside Shortridge High School. As the SHS Future Center intern, she worked capably alongside Future Center staff, taking on roles and responsibilities that are usually designated to adults. She helps elementary students learn to read, teaches professional development classes for teachers, and serves on the student government leadership team. She exemplifies Shortridge's value of service. Please join me as we congratulate this afternoon's recipient of the 2019 Shortridge High School Service and Ethos Award, Madeline Anderson. As we stand here in our academic regalia with hoods and talons and stripe and velvet, we're conscious that this joyous celebration of academic achievement is conducted as a solemn ceremony. This rite of passage began in the 12th and 13th century with gowns to demonstrate scholarship. In fact, the gowns were modeled after clerical robes, as academics had taken certain vows similar to clergy. This afternoon's recipient of the Academic Merit Award has indeed taken her own vow. A vow rooted in the principles of integrity, work ethic, and perseverance. Academic success is not innate. One must commit countless hours in order to excel. This year's recipient of the Academic Award has exhibited exemplary dedication to both academics and service during her time at Shortridge. She's well-rounded, having produced excellent work in both visual arts and science. For her extended essay, she conducted research in the Shortridge Archive. Her work will become part of that archive and part of Shortridge's story. She successfully organized the school's first Earth Day, Day of Service, interned at Eli Lilly, and will passionately pursue a nursing degree at Purdue University. Congratulations to this year's recipient of the Shortridge High School Academic Merit Award, Lucy Pickett. Again, congratulations, Susan. Before I begin my final address to you, our graduates, it is my pleasure to recognize the faculty of Shortridge High School and to honor their roles in your educational success here. Faculty, will you please rise? Graduates, during your time at Shortridge, you have grown and developed intellectual and practical skills that will serve you well in your future. Your development as scholars is a direct consequence of the meaningful interactions you've had with faculty members, both inside and outside of the classroom. Graduates, I ask that you take a moment to think about the influence these faculty have had on your lives. These people have put their hearts and souls into your education. I ask that you honor them with a round of applause. Thank you. Faculty, please be seated. As noted this afternoon, change has been an evolving theme, but I'd like to take a moment to recognize and pay homage to those schools that have since closed. If you were previously a student at Arlington High School, attended Broad Ripple last year, or if you attended Northwest High School, will you please rise? While we appreciate that you chose Shortridge High School, we recognize that your educational journey goes back many years, and we sincerely hope that the legacy of those institutions in which you have attended live long in both your memory and your hearts. Thank you. My final address won't be long, because I'm excited for you to receive your diplomas. Though I did want to share in regards to the idea of permanence. You've heard several speeches today discuss and share about the value of change. You've also heard today from being average to becoming excellent. You've received advice about your future and the great potential you hold. Shortridge High School itself is a building of bricks and mortar and stands in a permanent state. It is a reflection and embodies the great history and legacy of this institution. We look at the same in regards to tombstones or memorials. We look at the same in regards to monuments. They're a sense of permanence, and they serve as a reminder of the greatness that has occurred in the past. For you as graduates, I don't know the permanence and the impact you will have on our community, on our state, or on our nation at large. But I do look forward to that permanence in regards to the great legacy, as well as the great hope we share for you. So to the class of 2019, we look for your permanence. We look for your stamp. We look for your monuments that we can share with our children and our grandchildren. Thank you. Graduates, please rise in preparation for the conferring of your diplomas. me to introduce the student body president of the 2019 class, Ms. Madeline Anderson, and Vice President Jacoby Anderson.
Let's go, Tavia!
Hello, friends, family, and graduates. Today, before our years within these historic walls draw to an official close, and we all embark on journeys of our own, the class of 2019 wishes to present this historic institution with a gift to symbolize our everlasting gratitude to this school. This year, we're going to present a mural. A mural may seem a simple gift, but for us, it's symbolic of our time here as scholars and the journey which we started here. It started as a sketch, which at first looked like nothing. Yet slowly but surely, as the colors, paints, and brushstrokes appeared, the beauty of the mural came into focus. For the class of 2019, we are presented with a multitude of challenges, uniting 2 schools, 2 communities, and overall 2 senior classes. And it wasn't easy. There was a lot of challenges as we transitioned, yet from those difficult circumstances arose a prosperous group of students who have, in one way or another, united as one and formed the 2019 senior class of Shortridge High School. Thus, this mural presents how Shortridge helped the class of 2019 flourish and become something more beautiful, more successful than anyone could have predicted in the beginning. Now, the success of the senior class would not have been possible without this school and all those who claim Shortridge as their home away from home. Our time here and the people here have given us the opportunity to learn, to grow, have given us a work ethic. They've given us a chance to meet mentors, learn how to write papers at the drop of a hat, make friendships which will last a lifetime, see what passion truly looks like, master the art of procrastination so as we can write a paper in a week, and so much more. So teachers, administration, staff, you all have truly helped to better the lives of each student in the senior class in one way or another. And for that, we are truly grateful.
Now, before we present the gift, we'd like to take a brief moment to honor Mr. O'Day. As many of you know, Mr. O'Day is retiring at the conclusion of this school year. It would be remiss of us to not recognize the incredible impact he has had on Shortridge High School, Indianapolis Public Schools, and our local community at large. This auditorium is full of competent students who are willing and able to contribute to a better world. Mr. O'Day, you helped nurture that in us. Thank you for your commitment to a well-rounded education, qualified and passionate staff, and high expectations of students. We will never forget your infamous Godzilla vs. Bambi speech, where you were used on a cell phone, also known as a video box. Your impact will be felt for years to come, both in our personal lives and in the hallways and history of this great school. The famous Shortridge graduate Kurt Vonnegut once said, "I want to stay as close to the edge as I can without going over." Out on the edge, you can see all kinds of things you can't see from the center. Mr. Shane O'Day, may you continue to stay close to the edge. It's pretty here. With that being said, we'd like to present a token of our senior gift. Since we cannot bring the mural down to you, we'd like to present you with this gift of gratitude from the Shortridge class of 2019. Rosemary represents your remembrance. We hope that you remember us as much as we will remember you. We wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Madeline and Jacoby, and the entire class of 2019. On behalf of the faculty, we accept this gracious gift. I am proud to welcome School Board Commissioners Ms. Diane Arnold and Mr. Evan Hawkins for the presentation of diplomas. In preparation for the presentation of the diplomas, I would like to invite our school counselors, Trish Miller and Blake Bennett, to the stage for the reading of the graduates' names.
Before we begin the reading of the names, we would like to remind the audience and families of appropriate clapping in response. This is an exciting time, but please be respectful of the other graduating members of the class of 2019. Keyshawn Alexander. Marquisha Allen. Casey Allison. Denise Sitlali Alvarez Ayala. Jacoby Anderson. Madeline Anderson. Genesis Lee Andrews. Christian Alexis Ariano Jaimes. Stephen Lee Asher. Kyla Atwell. Alina Varner. Blanca Berrigan. Zion Bass. Xavier Brooks. Amanda C. Brown. Brianna Brown. Samara S. Brown. Reginald Brown Lee. Carly Bundy. Ezekiel Trey Burnett. Jenna Cantrell. Unique T. Carruthers. Bree Castaneda. Jada Simone Chandler. Thomas Zirkle Clark. Brian I. Coe. Ralph R.L. Council. Joselle Covarrubias. Donald Crouch. Raymond E. Crutcher. Logan Patrick Cruz. Kayla L. DeShazer. Andre Dickerson. Jacob R. Dickey. Tania E. Dixon. Jasmine Doherty. Andrew Elder. Joshua Erkins. Monique Farrow. Dylan Fisher. Emmanuel Flores. Jorge Flores. Brianna H. French. Danny B. Galan. Michael W. Gamble. Richard O'Ryan Gilliam. Aiden M. Goldsmith. Jessica Alicia Gomez. Madeline A. Grau. Kenneth M. Gray. Noel Juan Gutierrez. Sandra Halsmer. Finn W. Hannon. Amaya Hatch. Philip M. Hatcher. Jonathan Paul Hawkins. Marcus D. Henderson. Japhniel Joel Hernandez. Demetria Holder. Sanaya Lynn Hobson. Evan Dennis Horn. David Hughes. Priest Humphreys. Peyton Honeycutt. Lucas D. Cuter. Amani J. Hyde. Alan E. Johnson Jr. Corbin A. Katner. Nylisha A. King. Maya B. Patupe.
Lasana Larman. Elizabeth E. LaVirtue. Russell Joseph Lamaster. Linnell B. Lewis. Daniel E. Luke. Sergio Martinez. Kevin E. Martinez. Bryson K. Massey. Nolan A. McCoy. Cole McElroy. Laurencio Mendoza. Jordan L. Mincer. Abigail Metcalf. Victoria Ann Milbrooks. Stephen Mogravejo. Jacqueline Morales. Precious Myers. Damika Anise Newell. Kate Nolasco. Ann Elise Akins. Mackay Joshua Patty. Richard Perez Rodriguez. Eric J. Perez. Deshaun Ross Perkins. Alania Faye Pickett. Lucy Elena Pickett. Bryce C. Paris. Jacob Poor. Eric Michael Powell. Khalil Proctor. Luis Quintana Jr. Jennifer Ramirez. Jonathan Ransom. Josie U. Renteria. Charles A. Whitman. Cortez Anthony Riddle. Tavia Latrice Riley. Chelsea Roberts. Jayla D. Ryan. Jonathan A. Romero. Eric Romo. Anthony Jerion Ross. Samuel Ryan. Elder Arturo Sache. Michelle Sanchez Rosas. Degmarie Santiago Rodriguez. Francisco J. Santos. Jacinia Segovia. Davion Sims. Keith D. Smith. Taishay Sine Smith. Peyton A. Sparks. Alasia C. Taylor. Naya Sage Love Taylor. Andrea Terrell. Guadalupe Lisette Torres. Dani Raquel Haas Ariana. Demetrius Tuttle. Kaylee Tercios. Romer Giovanni Tercios. Sergio Vergara. Ajua Mazgana C.S. White. Kimaria R. Waits. Tonisha Washington Wilbur. Portia Webster. Diamond Monet Welch Jones. Theon James White. Destiny Wiles. Latrell D. Williams. Tatiana A. Williams. Tyrese T. Williams. Delaney Margaret Winter.
Let's go, Tavia! Woo!
To the members of the graduating class of 2019, will Chief of Staff, Mr. Ahmed Young, please join me at the podium. Before you, have completed all the requirements for their high school diplomas. And I now present them for the conferral of their diplomas.
And the recommendation of the faculty, with the approval of Interim Superintendent Alicia Johnson and the Board of School Commissioners, and by the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the diploma recommended with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
In keeping with academic tradition, the movement of your tassel symbolizes that you have earned your diploma and are transitioning from students to graduates. Graduates, congratulations!
Graduates and the faculty have recessed. You are invited to the faculty reception, sponsored by the Shortridge High School Alumni Association.
Easy work, Naya!
The reception will be held in the courtyard. Directly following the reception, where your graduate will be waiting for you. Again, please remain in your seat until the graduates and faculty have recessed. With sincere congratulations and best wishes to the graduating class, I declare the 2019 Shortridge High School commencement completed. Will Mel L'Oreal please join